Excuse me. I am standing at the famous corner door of Magnolia Bakery on Bleecker Street in Greenwich Village in New York City for the very first time, and I want to order the freshest cupcake of the day like a local, but I do not know what to say in English.
Hi, I am Emma. Today's English is slow and easy. Just relax and listen along. Have you ever walked into a tiny, warm, famous little bakery and just frozen? A long glass case full of pastel-frosted cupcakes, little cups of banana pudding stacked behind the counter, the warm smell of vanilla and butter in the air, a friendly counter worker waiting with a smile, a small line of locals behind you. And you thought, I want the freshest cupcake in this whole bakery. But how do I even ask? What do the locals actually order? What if I sound like a clueless tourist? Today, Hannah is going to walk right into one of the most beloved little corner bakeries in all of New York City. Magnolia Bakery. The legendary pastel pink and white cake shop on the corner of Bleecker Street in the sweet heart of Greenwich Village, Manhattan, world famous since 1996. Hand-frosted pastel buttercream cupcakes, the iconic banana pudding in little cups, vintage cake shop window displays, warm wood and tile counters. The whole sweet heart of Greenwich Village packed into one tiny corner bakery. And here is the magic part. Hannah is going to use one tiny, polite phrase with a friendly counter worker at Magnolia Bakery that will turn a packed little bakery into her personal Magnolia Bakery taste tour and score her the freshest, sweetest cupcake in all of Greenwich Village. You can use this exact phrase the next time you want the best dessert at any bakery, anywhere in the world. So grab your appetite. Let us head to Magnolia Bakery. Welcome back to Easy English with Emma. Today, Hannah is starting her warm afternoon at Washington Square Park in Greenwich Village, Manhattan, finishing the last quiet 10 minutes on the west rim of the central fountain and walking just 4 blocks north along leafy Greenwich Village brick streets to the famous corner door of Magnolia Bakery on Bleecker Street. In front of her, the pastel pink and white awning of Magnolia Bakery glowing over the corner, the famous old-fashioned vintage cake shop window display piled with pastel-frosted cupcakes, the warm wooden door swinging open with the soft smell of vanilla and butter drifting out, a small friendly line of locals waiting on the Bleecker Street sidewalk, the warm wood and tile counter and long glass cupcake case just visible through the windows of Magnolia Bakery. She has 3 missions. 1. Walk through the famous corner door of Magnolia Bakery and ask a friendly counter worker for the freshest cupcake of the day. 2. Move down the counter to the banana pudding station and ask a friendly Magnolia Bakery worker about the most popular flavor of the day plus the best dessert besides cupcakes. 3. Pause near the cozy window seats at Magnolia Bakery and get insider tips from a friendly Magnolia Bakery worker on the best spot to actually sit and enjoy a cupcake. In the US, UK, Canada, and Australia, walking into a tiny famous bakery like Magnolia Bakery can feel overwhelming. Pastel cupcakes everywhere, banana pudding stacked behind the counter, the warm smell of vanilla, a small line of locals behind you. But do not worry. With the right polite phrases, even the busiest counter worker at Magnolia Bakery will smile and point you to the freshest, sweetest cupcake in the whole bakery. By the end of this video, you will be able to walk into a real New York City corner bakery like Magnolia Bakery with confidence, use the magic phrase to ask a counter worker for the freshest cupcake of the day, not just any cupcake, talk about real New York bakery life. Cupcakes, banana pudding, buttercream, the corner of Bleecker Street. In simple, natural English, and order at Magnolia Bakery like a real Greenwich Village local. Ready? Let us open the corner door of Magnolia Bakery. Here are today's 5 Magnolia Bakery key phrases. Repeat each one with me. Nice and slow. Key phrase 1. Could you recommend the freshest cupcake of the day? Could you recommend the freshest cupcake of the day? Beautiful. This is today's magic phrase. Use it with a friendly counter worker at Magnolia Bakery. Or any worker at any bakery, cake shop, or dessert counter in the world. Instead of, which cupcake is good? Or what do you have? You are asking for the freshest cupcake of the day. Suddenly that counter worker becomes your personal cupcake guide. Key phrase 2. What's the most popular flavor today? What's the most popular flavor today? Lovely. Use this at the long glass cupcake case at Magnolia Bakery with any counter worker. Asking about the most popular flavor. Instead of just, what's good? Invites the worker to share the real story behind the pastel-frosted buttercream classics that have made Magnolia Bakery famous all over Greenwich Village since 1996. Key phrase 3. Could you recommend the best dessert besides cupcakes? Could you recommend the best dessert besides cupcakes? Great! Use this anywhere along the Magnolia Bakery counter. A small open question turns a quiet glass case into a whole afternoon of Greenwich Village sweet tips. Banana pudding in little plastic cups, classic layer cakes, fresh-baked cookies, vintage cheesecakes, the famous Magnolia Bakery banana pudding. Key phrase 4. Where do locals actually sit? Where do locals actually sit? Perfect. A super useful phrase at any little bakery in New York City. Asking where locals actually sit. Instead of just, where can I eat this? Get you the secret window seat, the warm corner stool, the perfect cozy spot to taste your cupcake. Simple, friendly, and works in every cake shop in Manhattan and beyond. Key phrase 5. What's the best way to enjoy banana pudding here? What's the best way to enjoy banana pudding here? Wonderful. Use this with a friendly Magnolia Bakery worker at the banana pudding station. Bakeries have layers. Fresh cupcakes, warm cookies, cold puddings, classic layer cakes. Asking this tiny question turns a counter worker into your personal Greenwich Village dessert planner. One small question, a whole afternoon of insider sweet tips. These 5 phrases are gold for Magnolia Bakery. And for any bakery, cake shop, or dessert counter in the world. Now let us see Hannah use them at Magnolia Bakery. Alright. Hannah has just walked 4 blocks north from Washington Square Park through the leafy brick streets of Greenwich Village, Manhattan, and arrived at the famous pastel-pink and white corner door of Magnolia Bakery on Bleecker Street. She steps inside out of the warm afternoon light into the cozy little bakery, the air sweet with vanilla and butter, pastel-frosted cupcakes lined up in neat rows behind the long glass cupcake case at Magnolia Bakery, the warm wooden tile counter glowing softly. Behind the counter stands Carlos. A friendly man in his late 30s with short dark hair, warm fair skin, and an easy welcoming smile, wearing a plain white short-sleeved bakery shirt under a plain pastel-pink Magnolia Bakery-style apron, his hands resting easily on the counter near a small stack of clean white paper boxes, looking up with a warm patient smile as Hannah steps to the front of the line.
Hi. Sorry to bother you. Wow, this is my first time at Magnolia Bakery. The cupcakes look incredible.
Welcome to Magnolia Bakery. You picked a great moment. The afternoon batch of cupcakes just came out of the oven about 30 minutes ago, still cooling and getting frosted. Is this your very first time in Greenwich Village?
Yes. I just walked 4 blocks north from Washington Square Park. Could you recommend the freshest cupcake of the day?
Great question. Honestly? For a first-timer at Magnolia Bakery, the move is the classic vanilla cupcake with pastel-pink buttercream frosting. That's the original recipe Magnolia Bakery has been making since 1996. The cake is light, The buttercream is hand-piped on the top of every single cupcake in our back kitchen. That's the iconic Magnolia Bakery cupcake.
Oh wow, that sounds perfect. What's the most popular flavor today?
Today, the pastel-pink vanilla buttercream is the most popular by far. Classic. Light. Sweet but not too sweet. Beautiful pastel color from a tiny touch of natural strawberry. We hand-pipe every single one right behind that wooden counter at Magnolia Bakery. Cool, right?
That's amazing. And the buttercream. Is that the heart of the cupcake?
You got it. The buttercream is the secret. Real butter, real sugar, real vanilla, hand-piped in a soft swirl on top of every cupcake. If you want to feel the heart of Magnolia Bakery, take one bite of a fresh pastel-pink buttercream cupcake at the corner of Bleecker Street. You'll taste 1996 Greenwich Village in one bite.
That sounds perfect. Should I head to the pudding counter next?
Absolutely. And one more tip. My buddy David is working the banana pudding station today. Salt and pepper hair, very kind. Tell him Carlos sent you. He knows every story about Magnolia Bakery since the early 2000s. He'll point you to the best dessert besides cupcakes in the whole bakery.
Wow, thank you so much, Carlos. You just turned the Magnolia Bakery counter into my whole orientation.
That's what we do here. Welcome to Magnolia Bakery. And welcome to Greenwich Village.
Wonderful, Hannah. Look at how she started. Hi. Sorry to bother you. Wow, this is my first time at Magnolia Bakery. The cupcakes look incredible. 3 tiny ideas, but they do so much work. Sorry to bother you plus first time plus a real compliment about the Magnolia Bakery cupcakes. That's a magic combo at any bakery in the world. Carlos instantly wanted to help. Then the big one. Could you recommend the freshest cupcake of the day? Notice. She did not say. Which cupcake is good? Or what do you have? She asked for the freshest cupcake of the day. Those exact words turned Carlos from a quiet counter worker into her personal Magnolia Bakery cupcake guide. Also notice. Hannah asked a beautiful follow-up question. What's the most popular flavor today? That tiny question gave her the pastel-pink vanilla buttercream story, the 1996 recipe, the hand-piped detail, and a recommendation to find David at the banana pudding station. 1 question is good. 2 questions turn a counter worker into a guide. Use these phrases anywhere. At a bakery, at a cake shop, at a dessert counter, in Magnolia Bakery in Greenwich Village, anywhere in the world. Politeness plus asking for the freshest cupcake of the day equals friends and incredible local sweet tips. Hannah walks a few steps down the warm wooden tile counter of Magnolia Bakery past the long glass cupcake case, past locals reaching for paper boxes of cupcakes, toward the banana pudding station at the far end of the counter. The cozy little corner bakery hums softly with the warm smell of vanilla and butter, a small line of locals waiting on the Bleecker Street sidewalk just visible through the front windows. Behind the pudding counter, neat stacks of little plastic cups of fresh banana pudding are lined up in a chilled glass case. At the banana pudding station, David. A friendly man in his 50s with kind eyes, salt and pepper hair, warm fair skin, and a calm welcoming smile, wearing a plain white short-sleeved bakery shirt under a plain pastel-pink Magnolia Bakery-style apron. Stands with one hand resting easily on the counter near a small stack of clean wooden spoons, looking up with a warm patient smile.
Hi. Sorry to interrupt. Carlos at the cupcake counter sent me over. He said you're the man for Magnolia Bakery stories.
Ah, Carlos. Of course he did. He sends all the first-timers down to my banana pudding station. Welcome to Magnolia Bakery. What can I do for you?
David, could you recommend the best dessert besides cupcakes?
Oh, with pleasure. Easy answer. The banana pudding. Magnolia Bakery banana pudding has been the heart of Greenwich Village dessert culture for almost 30 years. Fresh vanilla pudding, layers of soft vanilla wafer cookies, fresh sliced bananas, light whipped cream on top. We make it in little plastic cups so you can carry it back to Bleecker Street and eat it on a quiet bench. It's the living room dessert of Greenwich Village.
That sounds magical. And what's the best way to enjoy banana pudding here?
Now that's the right question. Okay. The best way to enjoy Magnolia Bakery banana pudding is one little plastic cup, one wooden spoon, taken outside to the corner of Bleecker Street and West 11th Street. Sit on the warm stone step out front. Open the lid slowly. Take one cool spoonful of pudding, banana, wafer, and whipped cream all at once. Look up at the leafy Greenwich Village trees. That's the best dessert moment in all of Manhattan. And it's small, cool, and perfect.
That sounds perfect. How long have you been working at Magnolia Bakery?
Since the early 2000s. Started behind this same wooden counter when I was younger. Same recipes. Same little plastic cups. Same warm corner door on Bleecker Street. The faces in line change, but Magnolia Bakery stays the same. That's why we love it.
Wow, David, that's incredible. Where do locals actually sit when they want to eat the pudding inside?
Great follow-up question. When locals stay inside Magnolia Bakery, they drift to the little window stools along the Bleecker Street side. The ones with a clear view of the leafy Greenwich Village corner outside. Or the warm wooden corner table by the back. Locals don't fight for the window. We rotate. That's the Magnolia Bakery way.
That makes so much sense. Thank you so much, David.
Go find your seat at the little window stool by the corner of Bleecker Street. Sit 10 minutes. Watch Greenwich Village walk by. And hey! My buddy James is working the front near the window seats today. Curly hair, very kind. Tell him David sent you. He'll set you up with the best tip for actually enjoying your cupcake at Magnolia Bakery.
I'll go find him right now. Thank you, David.
Welcome to Magnolia Bakery. Come back to the banana pudding counter anytime.
Amazing. Look at what just happened at the banana pudding station of Magnolia Bakery in Greenwich Village. Hannah did not just get a dessert recommendation. She got the whole story of the bakery. The banana pudding, the little plastic cups, the wooden spoons, the corner of Bleecker Street, the early 2000s. And a personal introduction to a worker named James at the front window seats. Why did the magic phrase work so well? Could you recommend the best dessert besides cupcakes? Let us break it down. Could you recommend? Equals polite. Soft, open, friendly. David relaxed instantly. The best dessert besides cupcakes. Equals specific. You are asking for the best, not just any dessert. Besides cupcakes makes David smile. You are not asking for the obvious, you are asking like a real local. Here. Equals grounded. You are showing you mean Magnolia Bakery specifically. Also notice. Hannah mentioned. Carlos at the cupcake counter sent me over. That tiny phrase is golden in a busy little bakery. It tells David. Hey, I'm already part of the Magnolia Bakery family. Suddenly the whole bakery is on your team. And the simple line. What's the best way to enjoy banana pudding here? Confident, soft, polite. A small open question is the gentlest way to invite a whole Greenwich Village dessert ritual. Use these reactions everywhere in Manhattan and beyond. Hannah walks the few steps from the banana pudding counter back toward the front of Magnolia Bakery, a small white paper bakery box of pastel-pink buttercream cupcakes and a little plastic cup of banana pudding gently in her hands, the warm smell of vanilla following her. The cozy little corner bakery glows softly with afternoon light pouring through the windows along Bleecker Street, the long glass cupcake case gleaming, the warm wooden tile counter humming softly with friendly chatter. Right by the little window stools at the front of Magnolia Bakery, in a warm sunny spot, stands James. A friendly man in his 40s with kind eyes, dark curly hair, warm fair skin, and a wide easy smile, wearing a plain white short-sleeved bakery shirt under a plain pastel-pink Magnolia Bakery-style apron, gently wiping down a wooden window stool with a clean cloth, a few other locals at nearby window stools sipping coffee and enjoying cupcakes.
Hi. Excuse me, sorry to interrupt. David at the banana pudding station sent me over. This is my first afternoon at Magnolia Bakery, and he said you're the man for Greenwich Village tips.
David sent you? Then welcome to Magnolia Bakery. 20 years working in Greenwich Village bakeries, and a first-timer with curious eyes is still my favorite kind of customer. What can I do for you?
James. What's the best way to spend an afternoon at Magnolia Bakery?
Beautiful question. Okay. Here's how locals do an afternoon at Magnolia Bakery. First, one pastel-pink vanilla buttercream cupcake from Carlos at the cupcake counter, the classic 1996 recipe. Then one little plastic cup of banana pudding from David at the pudding station. Then sit at one of these little window stools right here along Bleecker Street, look up at the leafy Greenwich Village corner outside, and take 20 quiet minutes. That's a perfect Magnolia Bakery afternoon.
That sounds magical, James. Is Bleecker Street always this lively?
Pretty much. Bleecker Street is the sweetheart of Greenwich Village. Bakeries, coffee shops, little bookshops, music shops everywhere. Magnolia Bakery sits right on the most famous corner. Locals walking dogs, NYU students grabbing a cupcake, families with kids. Everybody passes through this corner. That's why Magnolia Bakery stays warm and busy from morning to night.
Wow. And the little window stools. Are they the best free seat in the bakery?
Most warm afternoons, yes. Right along the Bleecker Street window, sun coming in gently, the leafy Greenwich Village corner just outside. Some days a violinist plays on the sidewalk right out the window. Some days a small line of locals waits just outside. The light is part of Magnolia Bakery. Free, all afternoon, every afternoon.
That's amazing. Where do locals actually sit when the window stools are full?
Great question. When the window stools fill up, locals drift to the warm wooden corner table at the back. The cozy one with a clear view of the cupcake case. Or they take their little paper boxes outside to the stone step on the corner of Bleecker Street. That's the second best free seat in all of Greenwich Village. Go sit. Take 20 minutes. I'll keep wiping down the stools.
Wow, James. Thank you so much. You just made my whole afternoon at Magnolia Bakery.
Sit warm, taste slow, and come back to the corner of Bleecker Street anytime. Every afternoon at Magnolia Bakery is a different New York story.
Wonderful. Hannah just walked into one of the most beloved little corner bakeries in all of New York City. Magnolia Bakery in Greenwich Village, Manhattan. And used 5 tiny, polite phrases to score the freshest pastel-pink buttercream cupcake of the day, the famous little plastic cup of banana pudding, and a personal afternoon plan from James at the little window stools. Notice. The biggest phrase of the day was, "Could you recommend the freshest cupcake of the day?" It worked perfectly with Carlos at the cupcake counter. The words, "the freshest cupcake of the day," are the secret. They work at any bakery, any cake shop, any dessert counter, anywhere in the world. Politeness plus asking for the freshest cupcake of the day equals friendly counter workers turn into guides, friends, and personal bakery tours. At Magnolia Bakery, in Greenwich Village, in Manhattan, in any city, in any country. Okay. Now it is quiz time. Quiz time. When Hannah walked up to a friendly counter worker at the cupcake counter of Magnolia Bakery, she could have just said, "Which cupcake is good?" Or "What do you have?" Instead, she used one little phrase that turned a busy little glass cupcake case into her personal Magnolia Bakery taste tour and scored her the freshest, sweetest cupcake in all of Greenwich Village. What was that magic phrase? A. Which cupcake is good? B. Could you recommend the freshest cupcake of the day? C. What do you have? Write A, B, or C in the comments right now. I read every single comment and I will reply to let you know if you got it right. Amazing work today, everyone. Now you have 5 powerful phrases that will turn any little bakery and any friendly counter worker anywhere in the world into a smooth, warm, sweet moment. Could you recommend the freshest cupcake of the day? What's the most popular flavor today? Could you recommend the best dessert besides cupcakes? Where do locals actually sit? What's the best way to enjoy banana pudding here? Remember, Magnolia Bakery on the corner of Bleecker Street in Greenwich Village, Manhattan has been the sweetheart of New York City since 1996. The pastel-pink buttercream cupcakes hand-piped behind the counter, the famous little plastic cups of banana pudding, the warm wooden tile counter, the little window stools along Bleecker Street, the leafy Greenwich Village corner just outside. With these 5 phrases, you don't just visit Magnolia Bakery. You become part of the story of Greenwich Village. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe to Easy English with Emma. It seriously means the world to me. And next time, Hannah is going to walk just a few blocks east from Magnolia Bakery and ride the elevator high above Manhattan to one of the most famous observation decks in all of New York City. Top of the Rock. The legendary 3-tiered open-air observatory on top of the 30 Rock skyscraper, world famous for its breathtaking 360-degree view of the Empire State Building, Central Park, the Hudson River, and the whole shining skyline of Manhattan. Wait till you hear the one polite phrase Hannah uses with a friendly Top of the Rock observatory worker that turns a packed elevator deck into her personal Top of the Rock view tour and scores her the best free view spot in all of Rockefeller Center. You will use this exact phrase the next time you want the best view at any observation deck, anywhere in the world. See you next time. Bye-bye.